In this video, we're going to talk about reimagining technology for the next generation. Are robots taking over the world? With the fast-growing technology taking over all our daily activities, this fear may not be as irrational as it seems. The world tomorrow will not be the same, and neither will our challenges. So, what can we expect from the digital age of tomorrow? What measures can we take? Let's take a look. First off, let's talk about how to build trust. Is Facebook tracking our every move? Are we being watched all the time? In this new age, everyone's worried about their privacy, which of course is very important. We don't know how much of our data is accessible to all these mega companies. What do the IT leaders of tomorrow have to focus on? A digital framework that promotes confidence and validity will be needed for the metaverse. As people's faith in the web and social media declines, society is currently at a turning point. As the distinction between real and digital lives become even more hazy, issues related to privacy, prejudice, justice, and human welfare are becoming much more apparent. Enterprises have the unique capacity to redefine human interaction in these new environments and are on the front ranks of building trust. However, we are also in a special situation. We must develop the ability to communicate in a way that fosters trust, particularly in the metaverse. There is a learning curve associated with this, since, for example, some individuals may not be familiar with the Web3 words and protocols or virtual reality and augmented reality platforms, which are effectively the next generation of the internet. The main objective of all metaverse initiatives, however, is to give individuals authority over their own data by utilizing technologies like blockchain in order to build a degree of trust throughout the web. Next up is the possibility of an automated world. Numerous possibilities exist for enhancing, personalizing, and otherwise programming our physical environments. Being a pioneer in the computer-controlled world will need extensive research, testing, and development that goes beyond the basics of cross-device communications, privacy, and security. In order to achieve full-stack programmability, organizations will require a thorough grasp of the three modifiable world layers: the linked, the sensory, and the tangible. Businesses should first look for methods to improve their fundamental linked layer. In terms of power and low latency, 5G is primed to be a game changer, but deployments are still in the future. Businesses also need to actively participate in sectoral alliances to shape the creation of new technological norms. Businesses may begin bridging the sensory layer between the digital and real worlds by creating digital twins. In the future, digital twins will power every company's programmable world plan, enabling them to create goods, create user experiences, and manage their enterprises in ways that were previously unthinkable. Last but not least, it's critical to continuously research emerging technologies for the physical layer. You can make sure you're at the forefront of technological innovation in the real world by partnering with startups and academic institutions. Digital twins are a key component of the experience layer, building on data gathered by IoT and edge devices and analyzed at 5G speeds. The worldwide market for digital twins, which was estimated at $3.21 billion in 2020, is anticipated to grow to $184.5 billion in 2030. And now, for exploring the imaginary. Synthetic realness may advance AI to new levels, putting justice and security at its core while conserving time and effort, if, and only if, it's deployed authentically. It can advance AI models of fairness and creativity to the next level by addressing difficulties with bias and privacy. Utilizing these technologies forces businesses into contentious territory. It poses difficult concerns about how to utilize generative AI for a company's clients, partners, and brand in a genuine way, all while keeping in mind that dishonest actors are leveraging the same technology to produce deepfakes and misinformation that damage trust. Businesses' responses to these issues will be crucial in determining whether they acquire a competitive edge or develop a negative image. AI is gaining inherent, unbelievable traits, but also bad actors are utilizing it, from deepfakes to robots and more. So validity will be essential for integration. We are already moving into a future where artificial intelligence-generated data accurately depicts the real world. Discussions about AI that contrast good and evil with genuine and false will change as synthetic realness develops to place more emphasis on genuineness, calculating the unattainable. The foundation of every latest tech should be legitimacy and trust, and synthetic AI may spur creativity and justice in new technologies. Today, a new set of tools for the particular needs of a post-digital industry is represented by quantum systems, high-performance computing, and biologically influenced machines. Every industry faces difficulties, but cutting-edge technology makes these fundamental difficulties manageable. High-performance computers can help firms in using big amounts of data present in the digital world that may be too costly or inefficient for regular computing. Even though quantum computing is the apex of next-generation challenges, overcoming the toughest obstacles. Computers that could effectively address the grand issues facing the globe have only existed as theoretical ideas for decades. Currently, they're advancing quickly, and their prospective influence on the core issues facing industry may represent the greatest opportunity in decades. Leaders must establish links and partnerships in order to grasp the most current developments in their industries and to build for a brighter future across all settings. Firms and managers will be well positioned to live in and even prosper in the metaverse by forming a futurist team to consider how novel technologies might either threaten or develop the status quo of the firm, as well as the influence on society and people. Next, in other news, first up, Elon Musk cancels his $44 billion purchase of Twitter. The news follows the world's richest person's decision to purchase Twitter in April as the most recent twist in a protracted drama. Mr. Musk claimed that the reason he withdrew was that Twitter had not given sufficient details on the quantity of spam and false accounts. In May, Mr. Musk stated that the agreement was temporarily paused as he awaited information on the quantity of spam and false Twitter accounts. The company's claim that less than 5% of its users are spam and bot profiles was challenged by the wealthy businessman, who demanded proof. Mr. Musk's attorney said in a letter sent to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission that Twitter had either failed to give or refused to supply this data. Spam accounts are made to disseminate information to a big audience and influence how they use the site. Twitter said on Thursday that it eliminates roughly 1 million such profiles daily. Mr. Musk thinks that up to 20% of Twitter users are likely to be spam or automated accounts. Following the news, Twitter's stock dropped by 7% in after-hours trade. Secondly, internet shutdown in Canada brought on by maintenance. Rogers, one of the biggest mobile and internet providers in Canada, has expressed regret for the nationwide disruption of its services that started on Friday. Tony Staffieri, the CEO of the firm, stated that the incident happened after a maintenance upgrade in our core network. The Friday night blackout had an impact on banking, rescue personnel, transportation, and even 911 helplines and ATMs. To find connections, Canadians went to cafes and libraries. Most operations have now been recovered, although the service outage on Friday started at 4:30 local time and continued for longer than 15 hours. A reminder of how dependent humanity has become on contemporary communications, the loss had a significant impact on a broad variety of services throughout Canada. Hospitals requested on-call employees to report to work until the problem was fixed, after many 911 systems reported problems with incoming calls. The weekend's Toronto concert date was among the activities that had to be postponed due to the outage. The concert was scheduled to happen at Rogers Communications' Toronto Blue Jays Stadium. After jail staff were unable to attach disgraced fashion magnate Peter Nygaard to a video conference system, a judge in Montreal, Quebec, had to postpone the trial session for Nygaard. Finally, security alert following the sale of hacked Chinese data. The user claimed that the data was taken from Shanghai National Police in an advertisement on a criminal forum that was later taken down. Names, residences, national ID numbers, and mobile phone numbers, according to the hacker, are included in the material. Cybersecurity professionals have confirmed that at least a portion of the tiny subset of the provided data is accurate. The 23 terabytes of data, which were being sold for $200,000 until the ad was taken down on Friday, are reportedly the highest amount of data ever sold. President Xi did not specifically mention the data trade, and no Chinese authorities have replied to the revelation. To make citizens feel comfortable while providing information for public services, the president has reportedly instructed Chinese public institutions to protect information security as well as to safeguard personal data, privacy, and private company information, as per the South China Post. On Friday, the administrators of the site where China Dan, a member, had announced the transaction, published a message that stated the Shanghai police record dump is what brought the Chinese here. Posts about this subject have been removed, and the information is not being sold anymore. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think about the technology of tomorrow? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.